Timcast IRL will be live in Miami with Patrick Bet David, Donald Trump Jr., Matt Gaetz, and Luke Rudkowski. Join us there. Get your tickets by clicking the link in the description below or by going to timcast.com. I want to talk about the story from Lex Fridman. Check it out. He says, here's my conversation with Mark Zuckerberg. Third time on his podcast, but this time we talked in the metaverse. Phil brought this up to me early on. These images right here you're seeing, this is CGI. Take a look at this. Mark Zuckerberg put on his metaverse headset and headphones. It then mapped his face with the cameras all around it, creating a CGI real-time animation of him as he's talking with Lex Fridman.
That is wild.
Yo, this is getting creepy. And, you know, I can only beg
acceptance of the
Mark Zuckerberg. No, no.
It's real easy to dunk on the metaverse when it looks like a Wii game. But now it's like, yo, wait a minute, you know?
These images you're seeing right now that we're playing on the screen, this is CGI.
Yeah. Right.
Now, Lex looks real. Mark looks a little plastic, but to be fair, Mark always
kind of looks like
right.
that.
I know.
It looks just like
which
Mark's
means it looks very real. It looks good, right?
Yeah.
But Lex blinking and sitting right there, like.
Even his skin tone, like the differences in, like, you know, the tone across his face.
Look at this. Paisanos on Twitter said, no offense, but your avatar appears more human and lifelike than your real form.
Apparently, I crashed the NVC site.
Man, dude. Mr. Beast commenting on this stuff. Yo, it's going to be crazy. But here's what you need to fear with something like this and why we shouldn't build it. We shouldn't build it, but it doesn't matter. It will be built. If it's not Zuckerberg, someone will build it. It's because the more we create digital spaces that can simulate reality, the closer you get to living in the pod and eating the bugs. Because what's going to happen is it's not going to be a government mandate. Joe Biden's not going to go, listen here, Jack, we'll put you in the pod. You're going to eat the bugs. And they're going to go, no. And that'll never happen. What's going to happen is he's going to say, listen, for the people who can't afford the rent prices, we have pod. Personalized occupancy device. And when you go inside of it, you strap on your Mark Zuckerberg headset and instantly you're in a 10,000 square foot mansion where you can walk around and all your friends are there and it's no different than reality. Now, why? And then what happens? Once it won't just be that. In fact, it might actually even be luxury at first. Only the rich people can afford the super nice metaverse things. Then it will become programs for cheap metaverse access. You're going to have commercials where it's like, YouTube ads? I don't know. We're not in the era of commercials, but it's going to be like, stop spending $3,000 a month on rent. Don't be a dumbass. Get Metaverse. Then it's going to show like this dude put on the goggles. It's not really going to be that corny or whatever.
But he's going to be in a closet. It's going to be like Ready Player One meets E.M. Forster's The Machine Stops.
Ready Player One, the kid lived in a trailer.
Right.
Trailers stacked on top of each other. At least he had a trailer. Nah. In this, your home is going to be a bathroom. Yep. Your apartment will be a toilet shower combo where you will go inside, you will strap into the metaverse and lean back on like a flat chair, and then or like I don't know what you'd call it. It's not a chair, but something to lean against. You'll put the headset on, grab your controllers, and then this is the start. And it only so like Phil was saying, when it's Wii characters, it's silly and stupid, and everyone makes fun of it. This is getting scary. Because now people are going to be like, you can actually have meetings and do podcasts and interviews, and we're already there.
You know, about 15 years ago, somebody showed me Second Life.
Yeah, I remember
and they
that.
Were explaining to me that.
And they were super into it, right?
Yes. And people they made real money in the real world selling products or concert tickets or whatever
or real
in
estate.
Second Life. And that was 15 years ago when it was really cheesy and like even the computers were cheesy at that time. But I'm picturing, we saw, I call them the pajama Americans. And we saw during COVID, the amount of people since then and during that just lost all respect for themselves, who just go out to the shops now wearing their pajamas and Crocs.
Oh, yeah. I hate that.
It's disgusting.
It's like Fetterman.
Yeah.
And they reinstituted the dress code.
Right. And so, I mean, how far...
Because it was just too disgusting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're subjected to this every time we go to the grocery store now. But how far are we from the pajama Americans being totally fine to just strap into the metaverse and spend their Fed bucks in the metaverse getting their Nike, Jordans and all that.
Bucks.
I mean, we're
totally renting fake clothing to wear it to the party in the metaverse.
But this is why they want to do it. They want to do it because look at NFTs. There is a big push for, let me slow down. Greta Thunberg says, the idea of infinite economic growth is insane. No, their plan is digital products that can be infinitely mass produced, have fake value based on artificial scarcity, and then no one manufactures anything.
And they're already there because you can buy
World of Warcraft, bro.
Exactly. You buy, and I mean, in Destiny 2, you can buy different shaders and for colors for your outfits. You can buy different armor.
Yes, but with World of Warcraft going back to 2006, you could buy someone else's boots.
Yep.
So not if it was soulbound though, right? Soulbound was when you got an item and it couldn't be traded. But you would defeat a monster, it would drop an uncommon set of gloves, the forest gloves of agility or something. And then you'd go to someone and be like, do you want it? And they'd be like, yes. And be like, I want $10. And then you'd trade it to them and then you'd get $10. People were trading gold in game. So digital items have already had a marketplace and they want to capitalize off this. It's crazy to me. If you think about mobile games,
there were farms in China where people would just play World of Warcraft and kill rabbits for gold like all day long.
Right. And then the funny thing happened when World of Warcraft made it so you could buy gold in game, and it was for like you could buy. What was it? How does it work? You can buy a token worth 1 month of gameplay, and then trade the token for 26,000 gold or something. Destroyed the economy.
Really? Why?
All of a sudden, so in World of Warcraft, I love there needs to be a research study on the economics of MMOs. But in the beginning of the game, you first start. You're super weak. You walk outside and there's like a level 5 bandit or something and you fight him. And then you take his like linen cloth from his shirt. You sell it for a few pieces of copper. Mm-hmm. The value early on is low. Once you get to higher and higher levels, the bad guys drop more money. Right. You defeat the bandit. Now he's got gold instead of silver, instead of copper. As soon as you could buy gold, people start the game and immediately just buy a ton of gold. They're like, I'm not starting the game with no money. Then what happens is the lowest quality items that no one really needs. Mm-hmm. Well, look, if all of the new players have access to massive amounts of currency that used to be too hard to get, it used to be like, 50 silver for a stack of linen cloth. Now it's 10 gold. Why? Because new players have the gold. So supply and demand. Mm-hmm. Someone's got it and they say, I'll sell it. And someone says, I'll give you a gold for it. No, I'll give you 2. I'll give you 3. I'll give you 4. I'll give you 5. The prices skyrocket and you end up watching inflation due to the mass printing of money. Yeah. It's fascinating how you could teach a 12-year-old inflation by having them play World of Warcraft.
That makes sense.
Thanks, Joe Biden.
Thanks, Joe.
But anyway, yeah, the AI apocalypse is upon us. I hope you guys enjoyed it while it lasted. You're going to live in the pod, and it's not that you're going to eat the bugs. It's that when you do eat the bugs, it's going to taste like cheesecake.
Yeah, you already know.
You're gonna put on your Metaverse headset.
Oh, and
you're gonna attach your wireless mag Neuralink to the base of your neck, and then when someone hands you a bowl of boiled mashed cockroaches, you're gonna be looking at a delicious brown sugar oatmeal with cream on top.
And they'll say that that's good because if you're lactose intolerant, you won't have any problems.
And yes, that's right.
And when you're in the temperature controlled pod, you won't have to worry about the scary climate change going on outside the front door.
This stuff is all predicted in our fiction for, like over a century. E.M. Forster's The Machine Stops is really about this. Everybody lives in a pod underground because the world has become uninhabitable. And there's a machine that pairs everybody up for mating and for discussions. There's a big view screen and the machine gives you everything that you need and you never have to leave your pod. And this one woman ends up having to leave her pod to go see her son. And she's like, why do I even have to come see you? I see you on the telescreen. I mated with your father once when the machine told me to or whatever. But it's very simple. Like we keep predicting these things and we keep doing exactly the thing that is going to destroy us for the predictions.
I just saw something, I'm gonna hit up Lex. Where can I get these headsets? Because we spend a lot of money on travel costs, so we can do in-person conversations with people, flying them out, getting them hotels. If we can just ship them the headset, it'll be way cheaper than flying the whole person. Yeah. So it's like here's your.
It'll be bad for the brand.
Yeah, but no one will know the difference. They'll think they're sitting in the room, right?
Fair enough.
I mean, to be fair, this is all CGI AI generated anyway. There's no actual Tim Pool. Phil's not real either. The guests are made up on the spot. Libby's the only real person.
No, I'm totally fake. I was constructed in a lab. That's why I get everything wrong.
Yes. But we're really close. I don't think people realize how close we are to full AI podcasts, where the host is going to be fake. None of the people are going to be real. Yeah, dude, it's Midjourney's already crazy, and we played that Capital of Conformity video That video is so amazing. The AI, I don't know. Did you see it? I tweeted it out where it's like what the future will look like. And it's this AI generated video for the most, it's AI generated, but a human put the pieces together. And we're getting really close to the point, maybe within a year, where when you're looking at this Mark Zuckerberg stuff. Do you even, if the computer can map his mouth in real time to what he's saying, do they even need actual Mark? They don't.
No, they just cull from what he's previously said.
As soon as they have the picture of his face, you can program what he's saying, and it will just make it look like he's talking. Mm-hmm. So you could actually be like, you wake up, it's like 9, and you're like, oh, I'm late, man. I got a meeting in the morning. And you're like, computer, put in my avatar and have it go to work for me. And then everyone thinks they're talking to you, but it's just the AI simulating you saying what it thinks you're going to say, and then you're sitting at home playing video games.
But there is no everyone. It's just everybody does that. It's everybody's AI.
Right. It's just
and
an
then
AI.
You just
it's one
go,
AI.
like, probably, play games or whatever other degenerate things people do on the internet.
What do we think, like, just along these lines, like, what do you think about, like, major events, like sporting events, where during COVID we were conditioned to watch these events with no audience? Or the NBA played in like a hermetically sealed dome for a while, if I recall.
That's so weird.
Creepy.
Like, how will they just start having events and then just AI the whole like crowd and just?
Oh yeah,
just make
it's like Black Mirror, man.
Yeah.
They'll just AI the players.
In Black Mirror, everybody's in that room, tiny rooms where it's a TV screen all around them, and then it turns into the show set, and they feel like they're there. But then the set was little me characters clapping. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like this.
Do you remember the Twilight Zone where everybody dies except for the guy who was in the basement, and he comes out and he was like in the vault. So this banker was he never wants to have to go to work. So on his lunch break, he just goes down to the vault of the bank. He closes the door over a little bit and he just sits there and reads where no one will bother him. And one day there's like a nuclear blast and everyone dies. And he comes out of the vault and he's just like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. I'm just going to read forever.
And then his glasses
and
fall
then
off.
he breaks his glasses. Yeah, he's like,
but
it was finally time.
Right? But I feel like
now.
that there'll be like just one person who isn't fake. And they'll finally just realize like that they're the only person left in the world and everything is fake. This would be a good story. And then they'd have to make that decision. Do I go into the AI metaverse and pretend I'm fake too, or do I ignore it?
I'd like to add on to my propaganda short films idea where we paint the bad guys in a more positive propagandistic light, and just also make a series where we solve really stupid problems that shows thought were profound. Like when the guy breaks his glasses, he doesn't say, no, it was time now. He breaks his glasses and goes, oh, I broke my glasses. Puts them back on because he can still see, just not well. Goes to a glasses store where they already have thousands of pairs sitting there and puts on a new pair of glasses.
I always wondered that too. Instead, he's just like, no.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.